Hoo boy, it has been a while. Man, I totally forgot how I was gonna start the video. It's been like, what, a year and a half, 2 years?
It's been 84 years.
Alright, so it has been way too long for my past videos. I took a break from YouTube that, it was originally gonna be for a couple months, then it turned into 6 months, and now it's been almost 2 years since I've been posting regularly. And I'm gonna tell you right now, that is not gonna change, not one bit. I'm gonna be honest, I kind of fell out of love with YouTube for a while, and I'm still not sure how I feel about it. I have missed it, but then when I go back in time, strict uploading schedule, strict this, strict that, it made me do some soul searching, and I kind of realized that, I'm gonna do this for fun, and I'm gonna post when I can. And before I just kind of go AWOL completely, I was thinking the other day, I started this YouTube channel because I wanted to take you guys on a trip with my Buick. With, the Skylark, the 70 Buick Skylark, my favorite car in the whole wide world. I got so wrapped up into YouTube, so wrapped up in doing the Hot Wheels content, stressing about what's gonna bring in the most money, the most views, I kind of lost sight of that. Well, here, let me start off with this announcement. I'm officially entering the Buick in the 2023 Hot Wheels Legends Tour.
Nice.
Yeah, I know, it hasn't been confirmed yet, even if it's going or not. But, regardless, I'm going to be building this car anyways, I might as well make a series out of it. And because it's the Legends Tour, it can't just be a normal car, it's got to be crazy, wild, balls to the wall, insane. And I really want to bring you guys along for that, because that's what this channel was made for, and that's what this channel is going to, at the very least, end on. We're not going for most subscribers, we're not going for highest view count. I'm here to build a kick-ass car, and I'm bringing you with me. So, without further ado, let's get up to the story so far. Okay, so I bought the Buick back when, I don't know, I was 18, I'm pretty sure. I don't know, I made a video about it a while back, you can check out. I bought the Buick when I was 18 years old. Me and the old girl, we're gonna be reaching our 5-year anniversary. Sorry, Christina. I know we're about to reach 4 years, but she was here first. My heart belongs to her. Oh man, I really hope she doesn't watch this. To make a long story short, I got the car because, well, one day I was coming out of martial arts, in case you guys forgot. I'm a martial artist. That was the most stereotypical way I could have done that. We're really trying to break stereotypes. I don't know why I keep doing that kind of stuff. But yeah, I was coming out of my karate, and my dad jokingly picked me up in this car, and I was like, what, did you just buy a new car? He said, no, my friend's selling this. I was gonna see if you're interested. And we laughed. And he said, you want to get behind the wheel? I'm like, yeah, sure, why not? And anyways, that I got completely hooked, and my life has been I won't say downward spiral, but it's a sideways spiral, just. But yeah, besides being the biggest drain on my money, the Buick has, it's hung around me for a while, and I've actually learned a lot about cars through this car. It all started with switching a carburetor. Hey everyone, welcome to Hot Rodders. I'm trying to do like a little video series. Yeah, no, when I got this car, the carburetor's a piece of junk. It was Edelbrock, what was it, 1306? I don't even remember the number code. It was an Edelbrock, and nobody had hooked up the electric choke to it, and it was all like faded. It was an old carburetor, it looked terrible. And I replaced it without knowing a lick about cars, and I know it sounds simple, like, oh, you just take the bolts on, you put the gasket on, and then you put the new one on, but no, it wasn't that simple for me. A, because I'd never done it before, and B, I had to do all the wiring, so the very first thing I did with my car was almost shock myself because I didn't disconnect the battery.
Process through different.
Yeah, no, 18-year-old Julian was not very smart. 23-year-old Julian isn't much better. But yeah, no, I just remember, even though it was something simple, I put it together and, I was just hooked. I was completely hooked. So, moment of truth. My daily driver for a couple years, which I would never do again, but it was really fun doing it, so I wouldn't recommend doing it yourself. If you are gonna, you better like balls in, man. You gotta go all balls in. What kind of explanation? You gotta go all in because these old cars, these 50-year-old cars, they don't make it easy. This car was just, it was problem after problem after problem. And finally, I got enough to running order where I was actually able to do upgrades, which brings us into the modifications that I've done so far. I knew I wanted a ton of horsepower, but I also knew that I didn't want to be that person that just shoves a ton of nitrous through their engine, blows up everything, transmission, differential, everything. If I did that, this car would probably not be around today.
Fuck.
So I was smart, just like in a relationship, I took things slow.
Liar!
I decided that the best thing to start was build a differential that can handle higher horsepower. Now back then, my goal was only about 400, 500 horsepower. Oh boy, it is spiraling out of control. First, I was trying to find a GM 8.5 differential, which obviously that didn't work because the Buick old Pontiac ones are nearly impossible to find because they're so much stronger than the Chevrolet ones. But you know, I was searching and searching and searching. I couldn't find jack. Eventually, I bit the bullet and I bought myself a what company did I buy that from? Oh my gosh, it's been too long. I went to some differential website and I bought myself a built-up Ford 9-inch with 411 gears, posi traction, and you know, all the goodies to keep it like all strong and powerful and able to handle a ton of horsepower. I then went to my local shop, Valley Differential, and we kind of put it together.
Yeah, these kits are nice, the disc brake kits, because the stuff's readily available.
Yeah.
Because it's all just like the geometric calipers.
Yeah. So it said that this should be able to fit under my stock wheels. You think that'll be the case, or?
You got 15s?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which, if you guys are curious about how that went, video is, I don't even know what side. It's been so long since I've done YouTube, I don't even know what side the video ends up on. On the differential went, and my car was never the same again. Oh my gosh, its gas mileage has dropped by a ton. It's a 3-speed with, it's a 3-speed, and it had 2.97 gears or something along that. And I just kicked all the way up to 411, but I blew past my power band. And my car is still slow, it just revs higher, and its 60-foot times is way better, but that's just, the quarter mile is exactly the same. But, you know, not a big problem because I'm building the engine to handle that kind of power anyways. Sorry, not power, power band. It's gonna be a higher revving engine, I think like maxing out around 7,000 tops, at least that's what my builder was telling me. Next upgrade I wanted to do was the transmission. Now, my TH350 was not bad by any means, but it was perfect for the little garbage 200 horsepower engine that I have in my car. It was not going to withstand 500 plus, so out it went. And I got myself a new one, a TH400 with a heavy duty case, and bam, went that sucker in. Put it in! I did everything I wanted. I got a straight cut gears, a shift kit, an overdrive unit, and of course, a manual valve body, which I love because I get all the benefits of an automatic while being able to shift like a manual without having to press stuff like a clutch. Now, this is just a fun car. I don't need to have everything perfect.
It was perfect. Perfect.
And the best part is, even without a clutch, feels like I'm grabbing my car by the peanut. It feels like a very intimate driving experience. Next thing I did was wheels. Now, the old rally wheels were great. Looked nice, but they were ultimately looked super old. And they were only 14 inches, which meant I wasn't gonna be able to fit the brakes that I wanted. Ultimately, this led me to being unable to add the good disc brakes in the back, so the old wheels needed to go, as safety was a little bit more paramount than the classic look. I eventually decided to go with a design based on the Pro Stars, and I love the way they look on my car. Hey bro, those are reps. I don't care that they're reps, it's completely fine. I'm only driving it on the street as of now. When I need, you know, track rims, I'll get myself some track rims. Why would I spend $1,000 a rim for some top of the line stuff when I'm only gonna drive it around town? And reality, I just need to spend $400. Tops. That's it. Why? Why do I need more? Why? Anyways, I love the way these rims turned out, and I'm not completely married to them, but, you know, they work right now. I like them. Speaking of wheels and tires and stuff, I actually also installed myself a line lock, which, whole lot of fun. I wish I could post that video, but it keeps getting taken down by some jerk that I used a clip of like his YouTube for a split second. China. You guys are completely allowed to make edits of me. Sorry, I don't have an attitude like that. Gosh, that guy's annoying. You know, that still gets me mad. I'm already gonna freaking lose. It actually led to a strike. Absolutely ridiculous. I hate you. Now, probably the biggest update I did to my car was I overhauled the entire suspension. You know, my suspension was okay, but it was okay like the way, I don't know, I don't have a joke for that. It was a 50-year-old suspension. It was all right, but it wasn't gonna do the job that I needed it to do. So I swapped it with entire BMR suspension kit. Now I didn't end up making that video because that's when I got burnout, pun intended. That's when I got burnout on YouTube. But, you know, I have a couple clips I can just flash real quick. I also should not be allowed to do scary things because I just trivialize it. Without getting too in-depth, it's such a night and day difference. The car feels so much more sure of itself. It was absolutely worth everything, every bit of work that I put into it. And I feel really proud because I did majority of it myself. Now let's move on to the interior. Now, first thing you'll know is I removed the bench seats. Now don't worry, the interior is eventually gonna match. Right now it's just kind of in the middle. I'm more focused on how the outside of the body looks compared to everything else because the outside of the body is what Legends Tour is gonna look at. You'll also notice I actually put a proper touchscreen radio. Yes, no more garbage 2000s radio. Now I'm on the interwebs, I'm all new. And I get GPS, which if you know me personally, my sense of direction is awful. Thank God I have GPS. So yeah, that's the story so far. This really isn't gonna take very long to edit. I'm probably gonna get this out in like, you know, pretty quick amount. Next video, I'm gonna kind of tell you guys my plan. Now, I can't say much. It does include some side pipes, it includes some stacks, it includes all that stuff. I think you guys are gonna love the direction this car takes. And if not, up yours. It's my car. I'm gonna do with it as I please. So, that's all I have to say. I hope you guys have a good one. Peace. Wait. Let me do that again. Hope you guys have a good day. Peace.